Have you ever stood in the lumber aisle, looking at a cheap pine board and a much more expensive oak board, wondering if oak is really worth the extra money? One costs less. The other promises better quality. But which one actually gives you the best value? Today, we're comparing pine and oak side by side to find out. We'll look at price, strength, appearance, durability, workability, and the best uses for each wood. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one belongs in your next project. Let's get started. The first difference is price. Pine is one of the most affordable woods available. It's widely stocked in home improvement stores and lumberyards, making it a popular choice for beginners and DIY projects. Oak, however, costs significantly more because it grows more slowly and is considered a premium hardwood. If you're building large projects on a budget, pine has a clear advantage. But price isn't everything. Now let's compare appearance. Pine has a light yellow color with visible knots and a softer grain pattern. Some people love its rustic character, while others prefer a cleaner look. Oak has a much bolder grain with a richer, more traditional furniture appearance. Whether it's red oak or white oak, its distinctive grain makes finished furniture look more expensive. If natural beauty is your priority, oak usually takes the lead. Next, strength. This is where oak clearly separates itself. Oak is much harder and denser than pine. It resists dents, scratches, and daily wear far better. That's why oak is commonly used for dining tables, chairs, flooring, and other high-use furniture. Pine is softer, which means it's easier to dent or damage during everyday use. Now let's talk about workability. Pine is extremely beginner-friendly. It cuts easily, drills quickly, and places less strain on saw blades and router bits. Oak requires sharper tools and slightly more effort to machine, but it also produces crisp, clean edges with excellent detail. Experienced woodworkers often appreciate the precision oak provides. Another important comparison is weight. Oak is considerably heavier than pine. That extra weight often makes finished furniture feel more solid and durable. However, if you're building wall-mounted cabinets or furniture that needs to be moved frequently, pine's lighter weight can actually become an advantage. Let's compare screw holding. Oak's dense fibers grip screws extremely well, creating very strong joints. Pine also holds screws effectively, but because it's softer, over-tightening can strip the wood more easily. Using pilot holes improves results for both materials. Now let's discuss finishing. Oak accepts stain beautifully. Its open grain creates deep, rich finishes that highlight the natural wood. Pine can also be stained, but it often absorbs stain unevenly. Without a pre-stain wood conditioner, pine may develop blotchy areas. If you're painting, both woods work well, although pine usually requires filling knots before finishing. What about moisture? Neither pine nor oak should be left outdoors without protection. However, white oak naturally contains closed pores that make it much more resistant to moisture than pine. That's one reason white oak is commonly used in boat building and outdoor furniture. Durability is another major factor. Oak furniture often lasts for generations with proper care. Pine furniture can also last many years, but because it's softer, it tends to show wear more quickly in high-traffic environments. So, which wood should you choose? If you're building workshop cabinets, rustic furniture, decorative projects, or you're just starting woodworking, pine offers outstanding value. It's affordable, easy to work with, and widely available. But if you're building dining tables, fine furniture, chairs, or heirloom quality projects, oak is usually worth the additional investment. Its strength, beauty, and long-term durability make it one of the most respected hardwoods in woodworking. At the end of the day, the best wood isn't always the most expensive. It's the one that fits your project, your budget, and your woodworking goals. Now I'd like to hear from you. If you could build your next project using only one, would you choose pine or oak? Tell us your choice in the comments below. If you enjoyed this comparison, don't forget to subscribe for more woodworking buying guides, material comparisons, workshop upgrades, and practical tips to help you build smarter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.